Before we get started, hit like and subscribe and ring the notification bell. Ding! So today, my dad's going to be showing you these two unique Swiss Army knives. But which one will it be?
Hey guys, thank you for joining us here on Exploring It All. Today I wanted to go over this Victorinox. This is the Victorinox Tinker. I have a growing collection of the Swiss Army knife, often called sacks anymore. I have quite a few Tinkers. This one's used. You can see that the scales have various little dings and scratches and whatnot on it, which sometimes that's a good thing because I'm one of those people that I kind of like to use my knives. So anyway, we have this Victorinox Tinker, and I thought we will review this knife. And then I purchased, and I've never put one of these on before, the Swiss clip, which is a pocket clip for this. And so I thought we would go ahead and install this on here, and if it takes me too long to screw things or whatever, I will shorten the video time-wise. But anyway, there's a lot of different reviewers out there, and some of them are quite good. They're quite knowledgeable, and they'll give you a lot of information regarding the dimensions and all that. I'm just going to kind of go over the basic tool sets. I often like to demonstrate the use of one of the tools in the process. But today, this particular model, the Tinker, has your basic tool sets. And we'll start with the scale tools. And the first item is your tweezers. You have the tweezers. And it's my understanding that when you put this Swiss clip on here, that your scale tools are harder to get to. I would like to put it on maybe one of the Echo lines that doesn't have the scale tools. Unfortunately, they also don't usually have the keychain, which is what this mounts to. Anyway, so we have the standard Victorinox tweezers. We also have the toothpick, the plastic toothpick. Then the thing that differentiates the Tinker from the Spartan is this right here, the Phillips screwdriver. So you have the back spring Phillips screwdriver. This model has the hole in the scales for the pin, and I'm fairly certain that I inserted this pin in here. I have a box of these straight pins that every time I get a model that has the slot for the pin, I usually put that in, because if you have a slot for something and you have them, you might as well use it, right? So anyway, so we have the Phillips screwdriver, and of course the other item here is the awl with the sewing eye in it. Again, I'm gonna kind of try and start keeping a list handy with some of the dates on some of the tool sets, because it is sometimes kind of interesting to date when each one of these different variations of tools came out. And I know Stewie Stewart, his channel, he does a great job with all of the dates on various tools and stuff. I like watching his channel. Then we have the blade, and this blade, it's, again, there's nothing real. This is not a older knife. It's not a real new one. So the tang stamps are a good way to date these. A couple of the Facebook Swiss Army knife groups, first thing they ask when someone's trying to date a Swiss Army knife is what's the tang stamps on both sides, because they change. So that's your main blade, which is I believe it's a drop point blade. Sometimes it's called a spear point, and I actually need to clean these blades off. Obviously, it's been taking some tape off, Although there is a good edge on these, the Swiss Army knives, they stay sharp for a really long time. So you have the small blade, you have it has your 90-degree stop on the cap lifter, and you got your standard screwdriver tip, and then your wire stripper in here. And these are actually coarse inside. One of these days I'll bring some wire in and actually demonstrate the use on this. There's some videos out there that say you're supposed to put this at the 90-degree stop and then clip your blade over the edge to trim it, but you actually don't have to do all that. If you twist your blade in here, your wire in here just right, you can strip your wire in there. Also, you have your can opener, your standard can opener, and it also has a micro screwdriver on it here. Funny little side note, I keep one of the Ranger grips over on my kitchen counter, and one of my most often used tools is the can opener. I probably use the can opener more than any tool, including the main blade, on my Swiss Army knife. It may be close tie-up between the main blade and the can opener. Obviously, if you asked or did a survey of people, they would probably tell you that their most often used blade is this is the main blade. I probably should have used the smaller one on this, but we'll cut this open here. Let's see about putting this on here. You got a small Phillips screwdriver, so I'm not going to be able to use the one on the knife. We'll probably have to take the key ring off too here, so I'll take that off. And I myself keep a box of spare parts. That's mine colored. If anyone is interested, if you've ever seen this is a box of colored toothpicks, tweezers, in all the different sizes, and you have lanyards in there as well. This is you can order those individually, but the whole set's hard to find. And then I also have a set of springs and whatnot, and I will save those key rings to use on one that I may get later that's missing. But your spare toothpicks and stuff, and these are your standard ones. And then you also have some scissor springs, both the small and large, in this set. Anyway, so let's see here. I have a cyber tool with the Phillips screwdriver already loaded in there. Get that loose. And it's my understanding, if I understand how this clip goes in here correctly, that that's just supposed to mount right here. And I may be incorrect. You may be able to get to the clip, but it does not look like this knife's keyring is positioned properly. I wonder if those are different. And it may very well be that I am not going to be able to mount this. Oh, there we go. I guess it's just the angle in which you do it. And it does look like there is going to be difficulty pulling a... no, that is definitely not going to fit on this model. There is no way that is going to line up correctly on there. So I will keep the camera rolling, and I'm going to look and see if I have a different model where we can put that on. And All right, guys. So I did do a quick pause while I went and retrieved an additional tinker. I have a few. And one thing that I discovered is these key rings, even though they are both positioned in the same area on the tool itself, and I don't know if that's going to completely focus there, there is a difference. Come on, focus. There we go. In the length. And that is all the difference in getting this to set on here. So the newer ones, the little hole that the keyring is on sticks out a little bit further, giving it a little bit more room for it to fit in here. So we can mount this in here and I have the cyber tool here to gotta keep it all lined up here. While I screw it in. Seems like there's a little gap there. Wonder if this will that's quite tight. All right, so you know it looks, if you can see in there, the toothpick is going to be a little bit more difficult, or actually it's the tweezers is going to be more difficult to get out. But I think if you utilize, yes, the toothpick, you can still extract your tweezers from it. That's kind of cool. I was thinking I wasn't going to be able to get to them at all. So there you have it, a Swiss clip. So you can not have to fish around in the bottom of your pocket for that. So that's pretty cool. I'm kind of liking that. I like the fact that it doesn't block those tweezers on that. That's pretty cool. Well, all right, guys. Thank you for joining us here today on Exploring It All, and we'll hope to see you again next time. And again, thanks for watching the channel. And be nice to each other.